Jonathan, Toto's owner,
Yeah.
and Toto, the Tornado Kitty.
Awesome, very cool. All right, my friend, how are you? I'm going to ask if you move over a little bit because I think you're in Toto's chair right now, so he'll just sit right here. So it's pretty cool. So I am so excited to be here. My name is Jonathan, and I am the author of a book, which is pretty cool. Now, sometimes you guys get books, if you check them out at the library, you get books from Miss Sharon, and those are made-up stories. Yes, your daddy's old. Excellent. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. It happens to most of us here. I'm the author of the book, so sometimes you guys get books and those are made-up stories, and made-up stories can be a lot of fun, but I want to tell you something about this book, because it's a true story, and it's all about me and this cat, which is pretty cool. Now, the best part about being an author, the next part, is that you get to be in your book. So when I read the book, you should keep an eye on the pictures, because you're going to find out that I'm in this book in 2 different places, which is pretty cool. So my name is Jonathan, and I'm the author of the book. There's somebody else's name. Her name is Carol, and she's the illustrator of a book. Does anyone know what the illustrator does? What does the illustrator do?
They're the person that draws the pictures.
That's right. The illustrator draws the pictures, and I want you to pay attention because the illustrator did a really good job about making Toto in a book like Toto, so it's pretty cool. So we're going to read this book. We have another book. We'll do some fun stuff, and then the best part of the day is we get to hang out, which is pretty cool with Toto, so it's pretty good. So are you guys excited to hear the Toto the Tornado Kitten story? Very cool. Is Toto the kitten. And what did you say that the illustrator does?
They draw the photos.
That's right. And do you think that the person that drew the pictures did a pretty good job about making Toto in the book look like the real Toto, huh? She did a good job, didn't she? I was born in the woods in a small town called Brimfield. I lived happily in the woods and meadows with my mother. And there's a little kitty cat with a butterfly on his tail right there. Can you see how silly is that? A cat with a butterfly on his tail right there. That's Toto right there. All right. One day, a big storm called a tornado came along. The sky got darker and darker. It started to rain, and the wind began to blow. And can you see there's a storm coming? And look right down here, there's a tiny little kitten here. I bet he's pretty afraid, but I think he's going to be okay. Let's find out what happens here. All right. Lots of other people and animals lost their homes, too. It was quite a mess. Meow, I cried out. Won't someone please come help me? It was getting dark, and I was stuck in a tree. And where's Toto? Can you point to him? Can you see him all the way up there? Yeah, I'd be afraid if I was stuck in a tree there. All right. How you doing, friends? We just started. Come on in. It's a story about a kitten in a tree here, so that's it. A call was put out for help. Ambulances, fire trucks, police cars and bucket trucks rushed to the scene. A very nice man who was helping to clean up all the trees in the forest found me. I knew that I would be okay. And sometimes people think that a special group of people were there helping all of the other animals like me who had lost their homes. Meow, I cried out. I was so cold and hungry. I was taken by the nice people to a special hospital for kittens far away so I could get better. I was so tiny that I had to drink milk from a baby's bottle. Now, do you remember I told you that this is a true story and it's not a made-up story? I want to show you some pictures of Toto the day that we found him. This is Toto. This is how tiny he was. Can you see how small he was? He was so tiny that he would fit in my hand. Do you think he would fit in my hand now? No, he got a whole bunch bigger, didn't he, there? He likes to eat. He's a little piggy there. All right. Where were we here? I was so tiny that I had to drink milk from a baby's bottle. Next, I stayed at the animal shelter, a place for kittens like me who need a new home. I began to grow and get bigger. They were very, very nice to me. I got to eat as much as I wanted. I had lots of yummy food. And what do you guys think cats like Toto like to eat? What do they like to eat? What do you think?
Cat food.
Yeah, what else?
They like fish and meat.
Fish and meat. What do they like to drink? What do cats like to drink? What do you think? Water and milk. Yeah, so Toto likes all those things, but he likes to eat people food too. So he likes to eat Twizzlers and Doritos and watermelon, and he loves to eat cucumber. So he likes to eat lots of people food. So a cat that eats cucumber. So All right, where were we? I got to eat as much as I wanted. I had lots of yummy food. Superstar. And if you think the idea of a kitty cat on television is silly, can you see this picture of Toto being interviewed on the TV there? How silly is that, a cat being interviewed? He's a popular cat here. All right. I was even on TV. I was a superstar. Finally, the day came when I was ready to leave. I had met lots of nice people, but I wanted a home that I could call my own. One day, a nice couple came and chose me to go home with them, and guess what? They took me back to Brimfield, where my journey began. And there's somebody driving a truck with a hat on and a cat on their lap. Who do you think that is? Yeah, that's me. That's the best part about writing a book, is you get to be in it. Now, each day in my new home is fun and exciting. I chase cat toys, I take long naps, and I love to sit on laps. And it looks like he's taking a nap right now here. All right. I get to go for car rides to visit my friend Dr. Michelle at the animal hospital. She makes sure that I'm growing up to be big and strong. So just like you guys visit the doctor, Toto visits the doctor too. Does anyone know what the kind of doctor that takes care of animals is called? What's it called?
The vet.
The vet, or a veterinarian. That's right. This is Dr. Michelle. She's a real person, and she's a veterinarian, and she's very nice to Toto. Sometimes when it's quiet and I'm alone at my new home, I get sad. I miss my mom and my old home. I hope she knows I'm all right. It's okay to miss the things that you love. But now I have a forever home where I am very happy. No more tornadoes for me. The end. And who do you think this is here? Yeah, see, I told you I was in the book in two different places. Did you guys like the story? Yeah. Maybe you guys can help me out because I have the answers. You guys will have to guess because I have the answers written down here to see if you can guess. So who wants raising your hand to take a guess? You don't even know what the question is yet. That's it. Who wants to take a guess at how many years old Toto is? How many years old do you think he is? 7. Who said 7? You did? You said 7? Good work, because Toto is 7 years old. Good work. Good answer. You're the same age as Toto is 7. Good work. We got a couple of 7-year-olds here. Awesome. How about if we were going to weigh things, we weigh things in pounds. How many pounds do you think that Toto would be? Who wants to take a guess? How many do you think?
10 pounds.
10? A little bit more than 10. What's a little bit more than 10? Less than 12. Where are you? 11, yeah. So Toto weighs 11 pounds. Good work. Awesome. How many do you think? 6. And how many do you think? 12. Well, do you guys want to come up and help me? If everyone else stays on your bottoms, and you, my friends, are going to come up and count whiskers. Come on up here. So what's your name? Madison. And what's your name? What is it? So let's have you guys are going to get 30 seconds and we're going to hold him up and you're going to count how many whiskers he has. You ready? So here you go. To turn around and face everyone so they can watch you. Here you go. So you'll count on that side. All right. The clock's ticking. We don't have very long. We got to figure out how many. We'll multiply by 2. How are we doing with the counting? Is he moving around there? That's it. How many did you get on that side, do you think? We doing okay? How many did you get? How many do you think you got? That's it. What do you think you got? How many? 10 on that side? And you said you had 14 on that side? Well, this morning when I woke up, I counted how many whiskers, and he had 24 whiskers. So good work. You guys are good whiskers counters. Awesome. Good job. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Give a hand to my Toto whisker people. All right, if you guys want to have a seat, we'll go here. How about if we were going to measure Toto? You guys are all set here. Go, have a seat there. Awesome. Good job, my friend. How about if we were going to measure Toto? We measure things in inches. How many inches do you think that Toto would be? How many inches do you think? How many inches do you think?
12.
12. That's a pretty good guess. What's your name?
Jamie.
Are you willing to come up and help me measure a cat? Have you ever measured a cat before? Does anyone else have any experience measuring cats? No? All right, well, we'll have to do with you here. So Jamie's going to come up. You're going to be the nose person. You're not afraid of cats, are you?
No.
All right, so I want you to hold this tape measure over here and stand right here. All right, and then who else wants to help measure Toto here? So do you want to help me? Come on up. What's your name? Come on up, Olivia. You're going to be the person over here. And then where's Elizabeth, my friend? You're going to come up and be the tail measurer. So if you guys want to turn around and face everybody, all right, and pull the tape measure extra tight. Oh, we're losing it here. So how many, Jamie, how many inches did you think that he was going to be?
12.
12 inches. So let's find out how many inches Toto really is. You ready, Elizabeth? This is the one time you're allowed to pull a kitty cat's tail gently. Go ahead. Make sure it's on his nose. Get that tape measure extra tight there. Pull the tape measure tight. Yep, there we go. Oh, he's on his nose. That's it. Do you know what number that is right there?
34.
34. So Elizabeth thinks that he's 34 inches, measuring him all the way from his nose to his tail. So I think he grew this morning because when I measured him, he was 33 inches. So he had a snack on the way up here. So maybe he got a little bit longer. You guys were awesome. Thank you very much for helping me Toto measure. That's awesome. You guys were great work. So today we learned a couple things about this cat. We learned that he's 33 inches from his nose to his tail. We learned that he's 7 years old, the same as you are, right? You're 7, so you're the same. That he's 11 pounds. And that he has 24 whiskers. So sometimes your whiskers fall out. It's like your hair does sometimes. So happens to most of us. All right. So I have one more book to share with you guys. But before we do that, I want to share something else. Last year we went to a school where all the students were deaf and they had to use sign language. Does anyone know what sign language is? What's sign language? Does anyone know? Somebody knows. What's sign language?
When you use your hands to help people talk.
Exactly. It's when you use your hands to make words. So I learned to do this whole book in sign language. Would you guys like to learn some sign language? Yeah. All right. What kind of animal is Toto? What kind of animal is he? A cat, exactly. So you know how you say cat in sign language? Everyone take your hands on your side of your mouth like this, because cats have whiskers, and you go like this. So that's how you say cat in sign language. Good work. Except when we found him, he was a kitten. So do you know how you say kitten? You already know half of it. You ready? You do this, right? So this means cat. And then you put your hands together like this because that means small. So a cat who is small is a kitten, right? How would you say tornado in sign language? Who wants to take a guess there? Yeah, Elizabeth kind of figured it out. You ready? Take both your fingers like this and spin them around. Good work. We got a whole room full of tornadoes going. Good job. Awesome. You can make letters with your hands. So to spell Toto's name, it's T-O-T-O. And so to say the letter T, you take your thumb and put it right through your hand. Hold up your best T's. Let me see. Good work. How would you say O in sign language? How do you think? Yeah, you got it. You're a rock star. You ready? So this is O. So together we can do the whole title to Toto's book in sign language. You guys ready? Here we go. You ready? T-O-T-O, the Tornado Kitten. Let's do it again. You ready? Here we go. T-O-T-O, the Tornado Kitten. Let's do it, but the whole room will be quiet. We'll just do sign language. See if we can do this. Here we go. You guys are good, rock stars. You want to learn one more fun thing? So I work at a fire station and there's fire trucks. Can everyone see the fire truck? Yeah, you know how you do fire truck in sign language? This one's a lot of fun too. You ready? Do this. Fire truck. That's it. Fire truck. And there's an ambulance at the fire station. Can you see the ambulance? You know how you do ambulance? This one's fun too. You ready? This is the ambulance. That's pretty cool. Here's one that's not in a book, but I learned to do. It's a lot of fun. You ready? Bubble bath. That's it. And this is hot dog right here. And this is popcorn. And this is mosquito. And sometimes people want to know how you say dog. So to dog, you pat your leg and snap. That's how you say dog. And this is turtle, which is pretty cool. So does everyone know your librarian, Miss Sharon, back there? She's awesome. And she has books that are all about the weather. And she has books about sign language. And she has books about cats and dogs. And she even has a book called Dewey the Decimal Cat. And it's have you read it? It's an awesome book, isn't it? And they have a chapter book for teenagers. They have a kid's book. And they have an adult book. And the best part about going to the... It does it. And the best part about going to a library is if they don't have the book today, the next time you come in, they can get the book for you, which is pretty cool. I'll teach you one more thing. I got one more book to read, and then we can all pet Toto, which is the best part of the day. But what are you saying if somebody does something nice for you, like your teacher or your mom or dad or a librarian, you say thank you, right? So you can say You can say thank you in sign language by doing this and just doing this. This is how you say thank you. So you go like this, and this is your welcome, which is pretty cool. And this is soda, too, so you can learn all sorts of stuff. So sign language can be a lot of fun. So this young lady has a great question up front. What's your name? Kimmy. So Kimmy wants to know why we named this cat Toto. Does anyone know why we named this cat Toto? What do you think?
The Wizard of Oz, there's a dog named Toto.
That's right. So in The Wizard of Oz, the lead character, one of them, besides Dorothy, is Toto and gets caught in a tornado, right? So what's the difference, like you said, between this Toto and the Toto that's in The Wizard of Oz? What's that? Yeah, one's a cat and one's a dog. So we didn't name him. He came that way when they brought him into the fire station the day of the tornado. Somebody named him, so that's the name he came with, which is pretty cool. So he likes it, so it's good. So I have one more book to share with you guys. It's another true story, and it's all about the places that Toto goes in real life, and then we'll all get a chance to meet Toto, which is the best part. Yeah, we read this one earlier, but you can check it out because you can go to, you got a library card? Then you can check it out. That's the best part about a library.
I have a few books that are overdue.
Oh, we'll have to set the library police on you, young lady, there. That's okay. Bring them back next time and you can check the book out. No problem. You're an honest young lady, I'm sure. So this is called Oh Toto, Where Did You Go? And it's another true story, and it's all about me and this cat. And I'm in the book in one place, and I think that you guys might actually be in this book too. So it's a rhyming book, and it's all about the true places that Toto goes. It's not a made-up story, and we'll find out all the places that Toto goes, all right? So it's called Oh Toto, Where Did You Go? And it's a rhyming book. You ready? When I woke up this morning, I knew something was wrong. The bedside was empty. My friend Toto was gone. He had packed up his leash and taken some food, but not left a note, which I thought was quite rude. I'd set out to find him. I'd search high and low. Oh, Toto, I thought, where on earth did you go? And let's find out all the places that Toto goes in real life. You ready? I stopped at the coffee house, which was quite near. I asked the nice lady, has Toto been here? Oh, yes, she said, smiling. Let me see. Oh, now I remember, he had catnip tea. He had been in for breakfast and finished his snack. He said his goodbyes and went right out the back. My friends at the bank said he'd brought in some change. A cat at the bank, cried one lady. How strange. He deposited some cash, 3 dimes and $1. Give the money to the shelter, read a note tucked in his collar. The tellers gave him some treats while he sat on the floor. Then he got up and stretched and went right out the door. All right. So I work at a fire station, so Toto gets to go there, so we had to put that in the book. The fireman said he'd stopped in for a chat. That's no ordinary pet there. He's our mascot cat. The first time we met him, he was so tiny and small, but look at him now, so handsome and tall. He had helped out with chores and sat with them all, but when the fire bell rang, he went out on a call. At the nice nursing home, he sat with nanas and grandpas, sitting next to wheelchairs and walkers, sitting pretty on all paws. They cooed and they chatted, they spoiled him rotten, and showing his thanks, he rubbed each with his noggin. Thanks for having me by. I'll come back quite soon, but I have to head out now for an appointment at noon. That's it. What kind of building are we in today? Where are we at?
Library.
Do you think Toto goes to the library? Of course he does. The librarian told me he'd stopped in for a look. He sat with the children while they read him his book. It was the story of a kitten blown into a tree and all the people who helped him until he came home with me. When story time was over, he said, I've places to be. He cleaned off his whiskers.
It's that book, isn't it?
That's right. He said, I've places to be. He cleaned off his whiskers. I'm going to be on TV. That's right. And can you see this book is in this book? How cool is that? Can you see that? Pretty cool here. All right. The postmaster told me he'd brought in some mail, so many packages, even one tied to his tail. He mailed out his books to each Toto fan, to Vermont and to Boston and even Japan. When the books were all sent, he thanked them a bunch, then headed out back to meet someone for lunch. Does anyone take a school bus to school?
Yeah.
You do? Do you ever see a cat on your school bus? No, you go to the wrong school because sometimes, can you see, there's Toto getting on the bus there. We put him on the bus and send him to school there. He's a pretty happy cat. I don't know what he does all day. The whole school was there when Toto arrived on the bus. An appearance by Toto always causes a fuss. He taught each of the students about being kind to their pets, how important it is to treat all with respect. He wandered through classrooms and sat for a spell, then left on a mission at the sound of the bell. How about going to the YMCA or the gym? Does anyone do that? You do? Do you ever see a cat at the YMCA?
Actually, this is my bathing suit.
Was there a cat?
We're going there after this.
Is there ever a cat at the YMCA?
No.
Oh, you go to the wrong YMCA because he loves going to the Y with me here.
There has been one.
He remarked to his friends at the YMCA, going to the gym is the best part of my day. He watched people stretch, lift things, and run. Silly humans, he thought, cats do all that for fun. After doing cat yoga, he strolled out the door. Thanks for the workout. I'll be back soon for more. And that's downward facing cat if you know yoga here, not downward facing dog here. All right. He had gotten a ride to the television station so he could tell his great story to all Toto Nation. Sitting upright and proud, he'd talk to the host. What a very special tale. You're the cat with the most. Thanks for giving me time to share my great story, but I have to head out now. I'm really quite sorry. By the end of the day, I was sad and alone. Still missing my best friend, I headed back home. But when I got to the house and opened the door, I found Toto quite happy, asleep on the floor. Of all the places I went, when I got out to roam, he said, I found the best place to be is right here at home. The end. And who's this? Yeah, Toto. Who's this? This is the best part. Me, yeah. That's awesome. So you guys have been really patient. If you want to sit on your bottoms for 1 minute, I'm going to talk to all the grown-ups, and then we'll have Toto time, which is the best part of the day. So the Toto story is true. I'm a paramedic in the town of Brimfield, Massachusetts. In 2011, a tornado came through our town, devastating over 100 houses in our town. Our house was damaged too. The day after the tornado, a tree worker found a little 6-day-old kitten and they brought him to the fire station. We couldn't take care of him because our house was damaged, so we gave him to the Animal Rescue League of Boston and their rescue services team, which was in our town rescuing some horses that were trapped in a barn.
And then after your house was repaired, you took him back.
You want to stand up? You can finish this for me. You're a rock star. Come on up. Is it Kimmy? Kimmy's going to tell you what happened after that.
So what happened is after that, when his house was all fixed, he got him back again.
That's awesome. You're a rock star. Good job.
I could tell because you couldn't, or else you wouldn't have him right now.
I'm going to bring you to all my events there. You're going to be a Toto Wrangler sidekick. Yeah, that's awesome. So Kimmy's true. So we've got to adopt him back. I wrote the book and thought it would be a silly project, but we've raised $68,000 for animal shelters, which is cool. And we go around and we've supported a shelter today, which is awesome. Thank you guys who all brought in food for a local shelter, which is cool. So I sell the books for $10, but your librarian has lots of copies and she can check them out, which is pretty cool. There's a Facebook and a website. I don't have Facebook, but the cat does, which is pretty cool. So that's it. So for now, for everybody, this is the best part of the day. We're all going to get to meet Toto, but before we do that, I want to say one more thing. So whenever you see a cat or a dog on a leash, we always ask the owner if we can pat the cat or the dog, and today you certainly can. And a good idea is always to pet from the nose here all the way down to the tail, and this cat loves being scratched in his ears, but we always ask an owner before we can. So you guys have been really good. The Berwick is awesome. This is a great library. I have some stickers for you guys that say you met Toto. Just don't stick them on anything at the library here, because otherwise I'll get in big trouble. And then, this is the best part of the day. Don't forget to check out some other books and come up some upcoming events, which is pretty cool. So I'm so excited I got to come to Berwick. Thank you guys.